John F. Kennedy says, "Let every nation know, whether it wishes us well or ill, that we shall pay any price, bear any burden, meet any hardship, support any friend, oppose any foe, to assure the survival and the success of liberty."
Hello once again, everybody, and thank you for joining me on yet another episode of YemmaNation Explores Reading. I'm your host, Mr. Yemma, and I'm an instructional coach in Youngstown City Schools. In today's episode, I come to you off the heels of learning from our governor in Ohio that school is now closed for the rest of the year. This is not great news for educators because a lot of us, we get our kicks from actually going out there and affecting kids and being a part of their everyday lives. So I just want to say to all my viewers, continue to do your part to stay safe. The more you could do on your side to stop from spreading this virus, the quicker we can all be back together. So please just follow all the guidelines so we can get this over with as soon as possible and be back together at school together. But I'm not going to stop reading to you guys. Have a ton of books that I still want to share with you. Today I'm going to read a book to you called How It's Made, Plastic and Steel. Now this book was written for a 5th grade level, but as always on my show, you can be any age and enjoy reading with me. So I hope you guys enjoy. Thank you.
How It's Made, Plastic and Steel by Barbara Keeler. What's the matter? When you think of the beach, you probably don't think of plastic. But plastic is a type of matter, and matter is everywhere, even at the beach. Bathing suits are made with plastic fibers. Surfboards and boogie boards have plastic parts. Coolers that hold drinks are made with plastic. We use plastic all the time. Where does plastic come from? The plastic in the surfboard is not made in nature, and neither is the plastic in the bathing suit. Plastic is made by people. Making plastic. How do you make plastic? The process starts with materials found in nature. Most plastic is made from fossil fuels, which are made up of the changed remains of things that lived long ago. Scientists can use fossil fuels to make new things, like plastic. Oil is a fossil fuel, and scientists use it to make plastic. Scientists can also change the properties of plastic, depending on the job they want the plastic to do. They can make it tough or soft, or clear or colorful, and they can also change the texture. Shaping plastic. Plastic comes in all different shapes. To make different shapes, the plastic is heated until it melts, and then it is put into a mold. Because the plastic is liquid, it takes the shape of the mold. Next, it cools and hardens into a solid in that shape. You have probably had something to drink in a plastic foam cup. Think about how the texture of the cup felt. Sometimes tiny gas bubbles are added to liquid plastic, which makes the plastic foamy. You can shape warm plastic in many ways. Plastic tubes are made by squeezing out the plastic like a toothpaste, and plastic wrap is made by rolling out the plastic wrap in long sheets. Using plastic. Plastic is found in a lot of things you use every day. Plastic fibers are used to make clothing and carpets. Do you want clothes that don't shrink or wrinkle? Try nylon and polyester, which are fabrics made of plastic fibers and are often used for shirts, bathing suits, and ski jackets. You can touch the handle of most hot pans. Why? Plastic is good for insulation. Insulation stops the flow of energy, so it stops the handle from getting hot. Plastic is a good choice for parts of cars, buses, and planes. It's strong and light. Do you have glasses? The lenses are probably made of plastic, and plastic lenses don't break easily. Dentists also use a type of plastic when they put fillings in your teeth. So as you can see, plastic is everywhere. Types of plastic. Most plastic goods are made with one of 7 types of plastic. Have you seen numbers on plastic bottles and containers? The numbers tell you what type of plastic, and it also tells you if it is safe to use with heat. Plastic number 1 is clear, cheap, and flexible. It is used in carpet, drink bottles, food jars, and many other things. 5 2-liter number 1 bottles can be recycled to make an extra large t-shirt. Stiff and strong describes number 2 plastic. It is used in shampoo and milk bottles, household cleaners, pipes, and other things. Number 3. This plastic is lightweight, tough, and waterproof. Plastic number 3 is used in packaging and to wrap meat. Some window frames, fences, and compact discs are made from it. Plastic marked number 4 is very tough, flexible, and transparent. It is often used in plastic wrap and bags, frozen food packages, plastic toys, squeeze bottles, and lids. Strong number 5 plastic does not melt easily. This property makes it good for hot foods and drinks. It is also used in packaging and fibers, and large car parts may also be made from it. Plastic number 6 is a good insulator. Some gases are added when it is liquid, and then it dries as a plastic foam. It is often used in food and drink containers because it is safe to use with hot items. You also find it in packing peanuts. The number 7 on plastic means it is not one of those listed above. It also may be a mix of several plastics. It is used in mixed plastic containers or products. Problems with plastics. Plastic is very useful, but it can cause problems. It is made of toxins or dangerous chemicals, and these chemicals can get into food and drinks and hurt people. Be sure to use containers recommended for use with hot things and look for plastic marked number 5 and number 6. Plastic also uses up resources. Oil is used to make plastic, and oil supplies are limited. Oil does not form as quickly as people use it. A lot of plastic is made to be thrown away, and most plastic is not recycled. Why? It comes in so many different types, and each type of plastic contains different materials with different properties, so most recycling centers will not accept all types of plastic. In 2000, more than 20% of the total amount of trash that Americans threw away was plastic. But plastic stays around for a long time. It pollutes Earth and hurts wildlife. What you can do. The best way to conserve plastic is to avoid plastic that is made to be thrown away. How? You can take your own shopping bags to the store, and you can use a stainless steel water bottle instead of a plastic one. You can use washable dishes instead of throwaway ones, and you can keep food in containers you can use over and over again. You can also look for products with little or no plastic packaging. When you do buy something in a plastic container, be sure to look at the number on it to make sure it can be recycled. This is called pre-cycling. Plastic does make our lives easier and better, but we shouldn't use more of it than we need. Steel, a strong mixture. What is steel? Steel is a mixture of iron and a little bit of carbon. Iron by itself is not strong enough to hold up bridges and buildings, and some forms of carbon are very soft. But when iron and a small amount of carbon are mixed together, they make steel, a very strong material. Why is steel important? Steel is used to make many things today. Most cars and trucks have parts made of steel, which makes them strong and safe. Bridges, buildings, and ocean ships also contain steel, as do tools and zippers. Steel is in the places we live and the things we use. Making steel. Steel is made by mixing iron and a little bit of carbon. Iron is found in a rock called iron ore, and carbon comes in many forms. Coal is a form of carbon. To be made into steel, these solids must be melted down into liquids. First, iron ore and carbon are placed in a furnace, and then they are heated to a very high temperature. Soon they melt, mix together, and form a solution. The liquid steel is now ready to be made into solid steel objects. The steel is poured into molds and then is allowed to cool. As the steel cools, it turns from a liquid into a solid. Steel is one of the world's most recycled materials. About 68% of all steel is recycled.
The end. Thank you guys for following along with me once again. I hope you enjoyed this book. I want to let you know that I chose this book today because the steel industry is something very famous to the city where I live in, Youngstown, Ohio. You see, Youngstown became a large city because of the steel industry, where many of the residents of Youngstown in the past used to work for the steel mills. It's a much different city today since the steel mills have basically shut down since the 1970s. But regardless, many families and current residents still find the steel industry to be something that they hold close to them. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed today's read along. I'm going to be back again tomorrow with a new book. So thank you as always, and never stop exploring when you're reading with me on YemmaNation Explores Reading. Thank you. Bye.